Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hello everyone, Reverend Deanna Cox here. Forgive me. There it is. Phew, bless you. Forgive me for starting early today, but I was out on my walk and I was just thoroughly enjoying it. There's a bit of noise right now, but maybe in the background you'll be able to hear the geese just talking away to each other. And so I found this sort of little sheltered alcove here in the beautiful sun that, although it's making me close my eyes, I am enjoying every second of the vitamin D and warmth that I am getting. And so it's a bit windy today, which is also why I'm in this little alcove instead of right out where you could see the geese behind me. But I wanted it. The wind actually is what sort of inspired me. Was standing there looking out over the wetland with the wind blowing. Someone came along and asked if I was just soaking it all in, and my response was, yes, I'm talking to God. And so we hear in scriptures sometimes how we are to listen for God in the wind, and so that's what came to my mind, and I wanted to share that with you. I'm listening for the holy, partly because our theme our worship series theme that we're using in our physical churches is called Emerge, and we're talking about emerging out of Easter season as God's Easter people, but also our physical churches are needing to look at, as a lot of churches around the world are, oh, hello, Robin. They're needing to look at doing ministry in different ways, so that we can thrive, not just survive, but thrive. And so we're talking about emerging into this thriving place. And actually this Sunday is Emerge into the Light. So I guess it's kind of fitting that I'm standing here squinting with the light in my eyes. And yeah, so we've been doing a lot of listening, or trying to set ourselves up to do listening to the needs of our community, both in the church and beyond, listening to the skills and the assets that we have that we can capitalize on. And so as I was standing there listening to the wind, I was thinking of this listening to the needs of the world and how we can emerge and respond to them. And and that was what I wanted to talk about with you today in our midweek reflection. And sort of as part of that, listening to the needs, I wanted to acknowledge that this midweek reflection live on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. has started during the pandemic. And now now that most of the world has emerged back into some sort of normalcy, I'm just wondering when this kind of a reflection, the timing of it, and if it is still meeting a need out there. And so just trying to do our own listening. Is Wednesday at 10 a.m. live still the time where most of you watch it? And if not, when do you watch this? And how can we reach more people? And, think questions like that to do our listening, because we want to make the most of our time and energy and reach, make this as most meaningful and valuable as we can. And so, yeah, if you want to leave a comment or send us, if you don't want to leave a public comment, you can message us or email, and let us know when you watch this and if this midweek reflection is meaningful to you, and or how we could make it more meaningful, and yeah, just those kinds of things, so that we can meet the needs of our community. If there's aspects of this that you would like me to expand on or include, and then always the part that is challenging for me but is also necessary, to remind you that if this ministry that you receive through the midweek reflection is valuable to you, to consider contributing financially to ensuring that our ministry, both in this online community and in our physical spaces, continues, because we want to do what is needed, and if this is something that is needed, then we would gladly accept any contributions that you can make. And yeah, it's a perfect time. Spring here in the northern hemisphere is a perfect time to think about emerging into new life, to think about the different kinds of ministry that we are called to as a church, and how we can respond to the ever-changing world around us in meaningful ways. And so if you have any ideas that you want to share, we will gladly take them. The physical community of Killam has won the opportunity to participate in our community-wide garage sale, complete with donations from our local home hardware, which is very generous and deeply appreciated. And so we are also taking other donations, and one of the things that we've heard as a need is that there are a lot of single people that might enjoy a meal together. And so that's what we're trying to do, is to reach out where we can offer meals together to people, and just to build community. So if you have some items that are appropriate for a community-wide garage sale, bring them on to our physical location of Killam. And yeah, we're asking, because we are a small group, that if the items don't sell, that you take them back with you, please, because that's just going to be easiest for us. So there's a couple things to think about in listening for God at work and listening for the needs in our world and how we might respond as a church, and then also the request to listen to you and what pieces are meaningful for this midweek reflection for this piece of our ministry. So I encourage you to get out and do some listening, folks. Enjoy the sunshine. Try and hear God in the wind, and deep blessings to you as you go about your day. Take care. God bless.